If you've been using Adobe products for some time, then you may be familiar with the ability to create your own workspaces. And here in Bridge, it's really not much different. Bridge can be very flexible in terms of how you want to customize the look and feel of it to see the information that may be relevant to your workflow. But Adobe has also made it real easy to save you a little bit of time by including a bunch of customized workflows kind of based off industry standards, and we're going to review those here in this episode. Now what we're looking at here is the default workspace called Essentials, and we can see it highlighted in blue at the top. And what it gives me is several panes here. Favorites on the left, so I can view favorite folders. I can see that folder hierarchy, so I can browse through the folders located on my hard disk. I can also view filters, collections, and exports. On the right hand side, I have a preview pane, as well as metadata and keywords pane. So one of the things that I could do if I chose to, I can do things like move the splitter around horizontally or move the splitter around vertically. And if I really wanted to, I can grab the top section of it, and we can see where my screen kind of highlights in a turquoise color. That's going to tell me where it's going to drop if I let off my mouse. So in this case, it's going to drop right above the content pane, and I get kind of this film strip view. Now, if I really mess this up and I don't remember what I did, how I got there, I can always come up to this little drop down menu and choose Reset Workspace, and it's going to reset it back to whatever the default is that I'm on, in this case the Essentials. So everything looks exactly as it was before I started messing around with it. So to make your life a little bit easier and to kind of help you or prevent you from getting a little bit lost when you're moving panels around, one of the other things that comes included in here are the custom workspaces. So here we can see the Essentials, the film strip, the metadata that we can see across the top, and there's quite a few other customized workspaces in here as well. Now if I wanted to save my own workspace after I had moved my splitters and panes around, I could come up here and select new workspace and save that preference, or I can simply come in here and choose one of these. Now if I don't want to use the drop down, I can of course drag these out a little bit so I can see them. And if I just click on one, there I get the film strip. So the film strip takes away the metadata and keyword view. But if I select metadata, it kind of looks different in this view. Now everything seems to be listed horizontal. Here's my output view, keywords view, preview. And again, when we're in these views, we can always zoom in depending on what we have selected here, and we can really use a magnifying glass. Like if we're in preview mode, all you have to do is left click and move your mouse around. And we have light table, and light table just simply removes all panels and gives you more real estate to work within your workspace. So if I go ahead and move the slider around, I can kind of see these images a little bit larger. And if I want to go back to the Essentials, which is the default, I can easily do that in one click. So very fast, very convenient, if that is your sort of thing. So another thing I'm going to share with you, we just saw kind of that light table look. Here's the folders look where we can still browse our folders, but the light table. If I go back to Essentials and simply just click the tab key, it's almost the same thing as the light table. It removes everything, gives me more real estate to work within. So that is how we can customize Bridge. Very similar if you're used to that in Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, and some of the other programs. It's definitely a nice feature to have here in Bridge.